day everyone, we are the group 10. We'll be reporting the lesson 18, the service learning, in our subject which is teaching social studies in elementary grades, Philippine history and government. So in our group, we have 3 members. Me, I'm Rose Andy Demandante, will report the definition of service learning, discuss the introduction that included here in the PowerPoint. The next is the 3 types of service learning. Next is Janet Escudero will be reporting the tips and advantages of using service learning. And last is Angelo Moncada, who discussed the sample lesson plan, integrated service learning in teaching social studies in elementary grades. So now, let's start. So for our introduction, we have here the sample scenarios. I may read the scenario. So, Teacher Charmaine's last topic for the first quarter is Araling Panlipunan for grade 4. Is natural disaster in the Philippines. It just so happened that a nearby province was struck by a signal number 3 typhoon in the nearby province to her students. She then asked them how they can help the people who were affected by the disaster. The class suggested a school-wide donation drive that was done for a week. In coordination with their Filipino teacher, students wrote letters to parents, teachers, and administrators to help them with their project. In their art class, students made posters of encouragement that were sent to children affected by the typhoon. To conclude the project, Teacher Charmaine asked the students to write a reflection journal about their experience. She also scheduled a day where the class shared their reflection with administrators, teachers, parents, and thanked them for their participation in the project. So, in this scenario, we notice that Teacher Charmaine's topic is relevant of what happened in the places where the students in. So, in integrating these strategies, so it's better na relevant yung topic sa kung anong nararanasan ng mga bata para ma-experience nila kung paano gawa ng action, kung paano gumawa ng project na may mapaglalaanan. So, included here na hindi lang sa subject ni Teacher Charmaine, which is Araling Panlipunan, humingi ng tulong yung mga bata, kundi sa iba't ibang subject. Sa Pilipino, sa arts, sa Pilipino, sa arts, para magawa itong project, which is na makakatulong naman sa tao sa kanilang komunidad. So, mapapansin din natin dito na after nilang gawin yung project na yun is nire-record silang gumawa ng isang reflection journal about dun sa kanilang na-experience. So, nasa sa teacher yun kung paano nila i-schedule kung paano gagawin ng mga bata o kailan gagawin ng mga bata yung reflection paper. So, pwede rin gumawa ng Thanksgiving program para dun sa lahat ng teachers, administrators, and parents na tumulong sa paggawa ng project. So, nakalagay dito, may tanong sa ibaba na, have you experienced doing similar activity when you were in elementary? If yes, was the activity successful in helping you deepen your understanding of the lesson? If not, what could be one possible reason why your teachers opt not to do this? So, honestly, yung ganitong type ng project, so napakalawak din naman ng sakop kasi kailangan ang mga bata is may mga connection sa ibang guro, nandun din yung preparation na mahaba, yung paggagawa ng letter para maipaabot sa mga teachers, parents. So, honestly, hindi ko naranasan yung ganitong experience nung elementary days ko. Pero yung as simple from this, meron kaming isinagawa dati na yung parang humihingi lang kami ng donation para sa namatayang, halimbawa namatayang kamag-anak nung kaklase namin, ganon. Humihingi lang ng donation para maitulong sa kanya. Ganon lang yung na-experience kong service, parang as part din ng service learning. So, sabi din dito, this strategy that Teacher Charmaine utilized is called service learning. In this chapter, you will learn that service learning is and how it is implemented in the classroom. So, yun nga yung isinagawa ni Teacher Charmaine is example daw ng service learning. Strategy in teaching social studies in elementary grades. So, sabi dito, in this discussion, we learn what is service learning is and kung paano to i-implement sa isang classroom. So, next. So, now, let's define what is the service learning. So, what is service learning? According to the National Service Learning Clearinghouse, no date mentioned, it is a teaching and learning strategies that integrates meaningful community service, which instruction and reflection to enrich the learning experience, teach civic responsibility, and strengthen communities. So, as we notice na during integrated this service learning strategy, so nakikita yung partnership ng school and community. So, napaka-meaningful kasi gumagawa yung mga bata ng actual experiences serving the community. So, from that experiences, may natututunan yung mga bata na which is goal ng isang social studies na makatulong sa kapwa nila. So, teach civic responsibility. So, as individual, as human, natutukoy ng mga bata na may duties and responsibility sila sa isang community and strengthen communities. So, yun nga, napapatibay yung connection ng parents, teachers, or di kaya isang school and then community. So, next, it is different from volunteerism and community service because aside from providing relevant and meaningful civic involvement, service learning is targets the acquisition of specific skills and values. So, this service learning daw ay iba sa volunteerism and dun sa mga ginagawa nating community service. Dahil daw, bukod daw sa ito ay isang relevant na gawain na activities, katulad nga kanina sa example sa introduction, na relevant yung topic ni Teacher Charmaine sa kung ano nangyayari sa community. So, meaningful kasi nandito na nga yung may experience ng bata na lumabas sa isang school para gumawa ng service sa ibang mamamayan sa labas ng school. So, service learning, ang pinakang goal dito is magkaroon ng knowledge, ng kaalaman ng mga bata sa kung ano man yung kailangan nilang, kung ano man yung objectives ng kanilang projects. Tapos, skills, what is the possible skills? Like for example, social skills. Syempre, lalabas yung mga bata sa isang school. So, kailangan nila makisalamuha sa iba para ma-accomplish yung ganitong project. And values. Syempre, teaching social studies, nangingibabaw dito yung values ng isang mamamayan, ng isang estudyante, ng isang anak, na kung ano mang role ang kinagampanan mo sa buhay. So, next, in essence, service learning ensure that students learn the social studies content through active participation in community service. So, yun nga, kagaya ng sinabi ko kanina, service learning, so, strategy is parang pinapaintindi natin sa bata kung ano yung pinakang objectives ng social studies, kung bakit kailangan itong ituro sa kanila. Mapapansin or matututuhan ito ng mga bata sa paggawa ng isang or pakikisalamuha sa isang community service. So, next, service learning is founded on the philosophical roots of the experiential learning theory of Dewey, 1938, Breer, 1970, and Gold, 1984. So, service learning daw ay natuklasan din sa experiential learning theory ng tatlong philosophies na ito, si Dewey, si Breer, and si Gold. Meaning to say, talagang ini-integrate na gawin tong service learning kasi required na magkaroon ng experiences ang mga bata. Kasi nga sinasabi na experience daw is the best teacher. So, pag na-experience ng mga bata yung actual na action or di kaya yung actual na pag-accomplish ng ganitong project, so, sa kanilang sarili, nalalaman nila mismo or natututuhan nila yung iba't ibang bagay. So, through this strategy, students are actively involved in a concrete experience, encouraged to do a reflective observation and expected to integrate abstract concept that they learn in the classroom to understand their experiences. So, sa pamamagitan rin daw ng ganitong estratehiya, yung mga estudyante is nai-involve nga sa mismong actual na experiences. Kasi hindi naman, kaya nga service, ibig sabihin, personal, kailangan na mismong yung katawan nila is gumawa ng isang role na gagampanan nila para dito sa isang project. So, talagang nire-required na lahat is mag-participate at merong gawin sa ganito klaseng service learning. So, ang sabi din dito, so, encourage to do a reflective observation. So, yun nga, after these activities na matapos nila, nire-require din silang magkaroon ng isang observation about sa kanilang na-experience outside the school. So, mag-share sila ng kanilang iba't ibang experiences, opinions, ideas about this project, and expected to integrate abstract concept that they learn in the classroom to understand their experiences. So, mismo sila, isang estudyante, pwedeng mag-volunteer ang isa at saka ilahad kung ano-ano ba yung nangyari sa kanila sa labas ng school, kung ano-ano ba yung naranasan nila, kung nahirapan ba sila, kung ano ba yung naramdaman nila after doing this activity. So, yun, pwedeng ipagawa ng isang teacher yun. Integrating this service learning sa mga bata. So, next. So, let's move on to 3 types of service learning. The first one is the direct service learning. So, the direct service learning requires students to come in direct contact with the community or people in need. So, example of such activities are conducting an outreach program for the elderly or tutoring out of school youth. So, meaning to say, service learning, direct service learning is direkta talaga yung mga bata, as in lalabas sila ng school para sila mismo yung gumawa ng isang project or program. So, dito parang napakahaba ng preparation kasi nga andito na yung risk, yung mga pangamba natin na ayun nga, lalabas yung mga bata. So, yung security ng mga bata kailangan nating i-ensure as a teacher. Parang hindi tayo ganun ka-komportable dito sa this kind of direct service learning activities. Parang andun yung pangamba natin palagi na what if sa paglabas ng mga bata, ganun. So, syempre, responsible dun yung teacher na i-secure yung safetyness ng mga bata. So, medyo kailangan to ng mahaba-habang preparation para sa isang teacher. So, next is indirect service learning. So, this entails students to channel resources for a certain project without directly interacting with the people they intend to help. Examples of such activities are doing fundraising activities for person with disabilities or donation drives for the victims of calamities. For this types of service learning, indirect service learning, so hindi naman nire-required na mismong yung mga bata ang mag-perform ng ganitong activity sa labas ng school. So, pwedeng magkaroon lang ng contact yung mga bata about sa iba't ibang personnel na kung sino yung target nila na makapagbigay ng donations, yung may kakayahan na makapagbigay ng donation. Example nga dito is the fundraising activities for the person with disabilities or donation drives for victims of calamities. So, parang hindi naman record dito yung mga bata na lumabas ng community. Pero, kailangan syempre, para ma-accomplish yung ganitong activity is may contact sila sa labas kung sino ba talaga yung target nilang, halimbawa, magdo-donate sa isang biktima ng kalamidad. Sino ba yung may kakayahan? Sino ba yung pwede? Sino ba yung merong alam nilang may initiative na makapagbigay at makatulong sa ibang tao. So, next, advocacy activities. This require students to engage in work on behalf of a specific cause. An example of such activity is an awareness campaign against dengue. So, these types of service learning, advocacy activities. So, parang to implement this, parang kailangan din lumabas ng bata kasi nga, ang example dito is yung awareness campaign. So, syempre, merong campaign. So, talagang kailangan yung mismong mga bata na yung lumabas ng school para i-implement yung ganitong activities. So when it comes to campaign, syempre merong, for example, may pamimigay silang flyers na about sa dengue, ganun. So, kailangan dito yung effort talaga ng isang bata na sila mismo yung actual na mag-perform ng ganitong activities. So, next. So, we have also the steps of using service learning. So, according to Geiger, so also now they included and the Wade 2000, there are 4 basic steps in implementing service learning. So, let's start. So, the first step is the preparations. So, this involves providing students with the necessary skills and information for the project. After the discussion of social studies content, the teacher and students brainstorm possible activity, explore their roles, and identify budget and resources among others. So, sabi ko nga dito, dun sa types ng sa types ng service learning na nabanggit natin kanina. So, yung direct service learning, so, parang yung nakikita ko na mas mahaba-habang preparation. Kasi parang may expose dun yung mga bata sa paggawa ng ganong activity. So, kailangan talaga dito ng paghahanda. So, sabi dito, kailangan yung mga bata is may necessary skills and information. So, hindi pwedeng basta lalabas sila basta lamang na wala man lang, teka, saan ba tayo possible na pwedeng pumunta sa ganitong community? Saan ba safe? Saan ba yung location na hindi sila exposed sa mga panganib, sa mga ganung bagay. Syempre, mga bata pa yung elementary, so kailangan natin i-secure yung safety nila. So, skills, syempre, it is important, of course, in implementing this kind of activities kasi lalapit sila sa ibang tao eh. Kailangan nila ng language skills, kung paano sila makikipag-usap sa iba. Kailangan ma-arouse yung hinihinga nila ng tulong or di kaya yung kukunan nila ng halimbawa ng donation. Kailangan nilang kailangan talaga nilang maano yung attention, makuha yung attention ng tao para lang magawa yung isang project. So, after the discussion of social studies content, so, yun nga, before naman i-implement to, so, i-discuss muna ni teacher kung ano ba yung content ng mismo activities na to, kung ano bang content ng social studies topic na to. Syempre, nire-require din na after the discussion, mag-uusap-usap, pagpaplano, kung anong gagawin, kung saan ba yung lugar na pwedeng mag-stay yung mga bata. So, pinaplano talaga ng masusi yung ganito project. So, yun nga, sabi, brainstorm, nag-uusap-usap sila. Explore their roles. So, hindi pwedeng isa, dalawa lang yung active na estudyante na gumagawa dito sa project na to. Kailangan lahat is magkaroon ng experience. Lahat may role na gagampanan. And identify budget and resources. So, yung ganitong project, hindi naman maaasahan na talagang gagastos kahit kaunti yung mga bata. Kasi nga, lalabas sila ng school. So, ando na yung kung ano-anong pwedeng ma-experience nila or ma-encounter nila na pwedeng paggastusan. So, in this project, hindi pwedeng hindi sila gagastos at hindi rin maaari na lahat ng gagamitin nila, lahat ng is from the donation of the people outside the community. So, hindi naman laging ganun yung ma-experience ng mga bata. So, pwede rin nila ma-experience na talagang magkaroon sila ng ambagan about this project, ganun. So, yun nga. So, resources, ganun yung, halimbawa, for example, so, sino bang pwedeng mag-volunteer ng halimbawa may pamerienda sila, yung mga bata. So, sino pwede mag-volunteer ng pwedeng tools sa pagluluto, ganon. Kesa naman sila ay sumita pa at gumastos. Second one is the action or service. After orienting students and seeking their commitment, the project is commence and actualize. So, action or service. So, from the term itself, service learning. So, kailangan talaga is may service na gagawin or may action na gagawin ang mga bata. Hindi pwedeng wala silang gagawin kasi kailangan nga dito is required na magkaroon sila ng actual experiences. So, next, evaluation and reflection. So, this refers to the act of thinking critically about their experience in the project. The teacher may ask students to relate the social studies contents to their experience and prove for different levels of understanding. He or she may also require reflection tasks such as journal writing, photo essay, portfolio, or other creative output. So, this third step, so, katulad nga ng mga sinasabi ko kanina, so, required yung mga estudyante na magkaroon ng reflection. So, in this reflection, syempre, ma-enhance yung critical thinking ng mga bata kasi from their experiences, inire-relate nila yung mismong topic sa social studies at sa na-experience nila outside the school, kung ano ba yung naranasan nila or naramdaman nila habang ginagawa yung ganitong project. So, the teacher may ask us to relate, yun na nga, yung kung ano ba yung related na na experience nila about this social studies content topic. So, ano ba yung related experiences about dun sa topic na dinidiscuss no teacher. So, about from that, magkakaroon yung mga bata ng realization, ng understanding, ng iba't ibang understanding about sa kung ano mang bagay yung na-experience nila. So, bahala na dito si teacher kung paanong strategy ang ipapagawa niya sa mga bata, kung ito ba ay journal writing, photo essay, portfolio, or other creative outputs. Basta, pwede rin yung siguro documentation na yung may mga features nga, tapos sasabihin ng mga bata na ganito po, na-experience namin yung ganito, ganan. May mga features sila. So, the fourth step is celebration. As a culminating activity, this may be done to extend gratitude to the participants and to share their experience with teachers, parents, administrators, and students. So, sabi ko nga nung una kanina sa introduction, so pwedeng magkaroon yung mga bata dito ng Thanksgiving program sa lahat ng mga nag-donate, nag-participate para lang maging successful yung ganitong project. So, pwedeng gawin to ng mga bata as pasasalamat nila sa lahat ng tumulong. So for the advantages, this will be reporting by Miss Janet Escudero. So, thank you. God bless everyone and keep safe.
Advantages. Here are some advantages in service learning. If done effectively, service learning possesses many benefits such as it helps break down the barrier between the classroom and real life. So, having a service learning as a strategy that apply in social studies, it can help to break down the barriers between the classroom and in the real life. The knowledge, skills, and the values can learn in the classroom can apply it in the real world. Through teaching or service learning, the experience in the classroom and the real life can help them. Second, students are given opportunities to apply social studies. Through this kind of strategy, students given an opportunity to apply what they knowledge and skill learned in social studies. They can apply it in a real world too. Learning social studies concept, students can learn new things, not all the knowledge and concept in social studies, but they learn skills and they can develop it and learn values. In service learning, the student learn and gain new experience too. Third, it also makes students feel empowered because through interacting with other people, they can help gain new experience, knowledge, skills, and also the values. They can learn it all. This kind of strategy in teaching social studies help the learners or the students to engage in different environment or surroundings. All the knowledge they learn make them empowered and the skills they have can use to make a new experience. With the use of this kind of strategy in learning and teaching social studies. According to Edward 2005, service learning increases students' sense of personal social responsibility, develop a more positive towards improve their learning of content and enhance their self-esteem. This kind of strategy in teaching social studies help the student to increase their sense of personal. For example, they know what their goals, skills, and values have. that make them strong to interact to other people when they are performing the service learning. Social responsibility like conducting an outreach program for elderly or volunteering to tutoring some child or out of school youth. They give an idea or knowledge about social studies concepts like the values and skills that learn. Through this service learning, the self-esteem of the student or the learner should be developed too and increased. They learn how to socialize and interact to other people with their confidence and trust in themselves. Lastly, it enhances the relationship between the student, the school, and the community. Students are encouraged to engage in civic affairs, expose citizenships, education, and they use their knowledge in solving community problems. Through the use of this kind of strategy, service learning in teaching social studies, it helps to develop the relationship between the student to the school and to the community. It's important that the student that they have a knowledge and skill on how to handle and solve a little or big problem in the community that they belong. And they are encouraged to join and participate in citizenship education because they have a lot of knowledge, experience, and skills and values learned from that. And here are some tips for service learning. First, integrate with other learning areas since service learning entails a significant of time and effort for preparation. It will be helpful for the teacher and the student to accomplish the project not just in the social studies but also in other subjects. So this kind of strategy is not used in social study but also it can use in different subjects with their significant of time and effort for preparation. So, ito ay nakakatulong sa mga teacher at mga estudyante upang makagawa at makapag-accomplish ng mga proyektong kinakailangan, hindi lang basta sa social studies subject, kundi sa iba't ibang subject na mayroon ang mga estudyante. And for example, in conducting an outreach for street children, students may write a letter or invitation as part of their English or Filipino class. Deliver a song and dance number as a requirement in their music and physical education class. And give a bookmark about children's rights as a project in their social studies class. And last tip is, if possible, let the student brainstorm their chosen community activities. It will be more motivating for them to spearhead or a project that is aligned with their interests and philosophy. The teacher can then act as a consultant or a guide to the success of the project of the student. So, kung may pagkakataon, dapat na hinahayaan or binibigyan ng mga estudyante na magkaroon ng oras upang makapag-isip at makapangalap ng iba't ibang impormasyon sa kanilang mga piniling community activity. Dahil mas ma-motivate silang gumawa ng mga proyekto kung ito'y naayon sa kanilang kagustuhan. Mas maayos at mapapabilis nila itong may sasagawa at may tatapos dahil mayroon silang interes na gawin ito. Proyekto. Ang mga guro ay lagi lang nandyan upang maging consultant ng mga estudyante or tagapagbigay ng mga payo or na mas lalong ikagaganda ng mga proyekto ng mga estudyante. Sila yung mag-guide upang mas masiguro ang pagiging successful ng isang proyekto.
Dito naman sa part na ito, sinabi dito na it is impossible to implement the service learning strategy in one lesson day. In the sample daily lesson plan below, we will study how a portion of the preparation stage of this strategy is utilized in the elementary social studies classroom. Ang grade level po natin ay 2, grade level 2, grade 2. Learning area ay Araling Panlipunan, quarter ika-4. Unang-una, dito papasok ang objectives or layunin. At pangungunahan to ng content standard. Ayon dito, naipapamalas ang pagpapahalaga sa kagalingang pansibiko bilang pakikibahagi sa mga layunin ng sariling komunidad. Kasunod nito ay performance standard. Napapahalagahan ang mga paglilingkod ng komunidad sa sariling pag-unlad at nakagagawa ng makakayanang hakbangin bilang pakikibahagi sa mga layunin ng sariling komunidad. Learning competencies, objectives. Number 1, naipapaliwanag ang kahalagahan na pagtutulungan sa paglutas ng mga suliranin ng komunidad. Pangalawa, naipapakita ang iba't ibang paraan na pagtutulungan ng mga kasapi ng komunidad sa pagbigay solusyon sa mga problema sa komunidad. Pangatlo, nakalalahok sa mga gawaing pinagtutulungan ng mga kasapi para sa kabubuti ng pamumuhay sa komunidad. Content. Ang topic natin ngayon ay ang pagtutulungan sa aking komunidad. References: Aralin Panlipunan 2 Learners Module, Aralin Panlipunan 2 Teacher's Guide. And other learning resources: Storybook Ang Pamilya is Mid, Pictures, Situational Meta Cards, and Project Guide. Ngayon, dadako na tayo sa procedures. Ito yung unang-unang gagawin before the lesson. Una, paggaganyak, 10 minuto. Babasahin ng guro sa klase ang kwentong Ang Pamilyang Smith ni Rene o Villanueva. Kasunod nito, itatanong ng guro sa klase ang mga sumusunod. Una, paano ninyo mailarawan ang pamilya Smith? Ikwento ito ng guro ng pamagatang pamilyang Smith. Ano ang dumating sa kanila na problema? Paano ito nasolusyonan? Pangalawa, paglalahad ng mga layunin at paksa. Ipapabasa sa mga mag-aaral ang mga layunin ng aralin. Sa mga nakaraan aralin, napag-aralan natin na ang bawat isa sa atin ay may tungkuling ginagampanan sa ating komunidad. Ngayon, titingnan natin kung paano natin magagamit ang mga tungkuling ito upang tulungan ang ating komunidad at ang mga taong nakatira dito. Ang halimbawa nito, katulad na lang ng mga pagtulong natin sa ating barangay. Unang-una, pakikilahok sa coastal cleanup at paghihiwalay-hiwalay ng nabubulok sa di nabubulok at sa recycle. During the lesson, dito napapasok yung talakayan. Magpapakita ang guro ng mga larawan at tutukuyin ng mga mag-aaral kung alin sa mga ito ang nagpapakita ng pagtulong sa komunidad. At ipaliliwanag din nila kung bakit ito ang kanilang sagot. Sinasabi dito sa talakayan na tutukuyin ng mga mag-aaral kung alin sa mga ito ang nagpapakita ng pagtulong sa komunidad. So, sa part na to, dito magbibigay ang guro ng mga imahe o picture na nagpapakita ng pagtulong sa komunidad. Dito na dadako ang activity o pangkatang gawain. Hati ng guro sa 5 pangkat ang klase. Bibigyan sila ng iba't ibang sitwasyon at papaliwanag ng grupo kung paano sila makakatulong sa komunidad batay sa naatas sa kanilang sitwasyon. Kung mapapansin nyo, kakaroon tayo ng situational about sa ating komunidad. Dito natin pwede ipasok yung integrated learning na papaliwanag muna ng guro yung gagawin at dun sa gagawin na yun, doon may apply yung mga natutunan mo kanina. Ngayon, bibigyan sila ng iba't ibang sitwasyon at papaliwanag ng grupo kung paano sila makakatulong sa komunidad batay sa naatas sa kanilang sitwasyon. Number 1, may mga kapitbahay na sunugan. Number 2, nalalapit na ang pista ng barangay. Number 3, maraming pagkakasakit dahil sa maruming paligid. Bibigyan ng bawat grupo ng 5 minuto para mag-usap at 1 minuto para iulat ang kanilang aksyon. Yan. Nagkaroon tayo ng situational na pangyayari. O situational na nga. Nakatulad na nga yung kapitbahay na sunugan. Ano ba dapat una natin gawin pag meron tayong kapitbahay na sunugan? Ang number 2 naman, nalalapit na ang pista ng barangay. Kung mapapansin nyo, bago magkaroon ng pista sa atin, ito yung mga pinaghahandaan natin. Diba? Number 3, maraming nagkakasakit dahil sa maruming paligid. Isa na dito yung sinabi ko kanina about sa coastal cleanup. Lalo na sa atin dito sa Mauban, sa tabing dagat, mga nakakalat ng mga basura sa tabing dagat na maaaring magsanhi ng pagkakaroon sa tabing dagat ng maruming tubig. Ang kasunod ng ang pagbubuod. Dito napapasok yung magtatanong na ang guro kung paano mo ito i-apply sa totoong buhay o sa real life situation. Number 1, bakit mahalaga ang pagtutulungan sa komunidad? Number 2, bilang mag-aaral, paano ka makakatulong sa iyong komunidad? Ang kasunod nito, pagpapaliwanag ng proyekto. Bilang aplikasyon ng aralin, iisip ang mga mag-aaral ng isang gawain kung saan ipapamalas nila ang pakikipagtulungan sa kanilang komunidad. Ang magiging output ay isang scrapbook na naglalaman ng description ng kanilang gawain, mga larawang nagpapatunay sa pagsasagawa nito, at ang kanilang replikasyon sa kanilang naging pagtulong. Ito ang susunding timetable sa paggawa ng proyekto. Unang linggo, pagkonsulta sa guro at pagpapa-aproba ng naisip na proyekto. Ikalawang linggo, pagsasagawa ng proyekto. Ikatlong linggo, paggagawa ng scrapbook. At ang ika-4 na linggo, pagpapasa ng scrapbook at pagbabahagi sa mga imbitadong panauhin.